we're going to commemorate this tourism event by listening to even more inspiring stories of our Inspiring Tourism Entrepreneur Awardees 2023. We're going to hear all about their journeys towards success. And this segment is brought to you by Eurotex, Shopee, Pen Shop, and Universal Leaf Philippines. Thank you so much for powering this conversation. Let's welcome our panel on stage, starting with the owner of Zamba Wood Resort from Zambales. Please help me welcome Ms. Rachel Fernandez Harrison. Palakpakan naman dyan, Cebu. Come on now.
Gising pa ba kayo?
I know,
Magandang
right?
hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Do we have coffee around here? I think we do. Okay. Hi, please have a seat, Ms. Rachel. Yes, welcome. Joining us today as well is the founder of United Grassroots and Tribes Paragliding Association, all the way from Nueva Vizcaya, Ms. Violet Lucasi. Hello, Ms. Violet.
Oh, magandang hapon po.
Magandang hapon po. Up next, Chief Executive Officer and President and owner of Fiesta Favorite Souvenirs from Iloilo. Please help me welcome Attorney Jobert Peña Florida. Hi, sir. Hi. Good afternoon. Last but not least on our panel, she is the owner of Sonia's Garden. Sonia Garcia's Secret Cottage Restaurant Incorporated from Cavite. That is the official name. Please help me welcome Miss Sonia Garcia.
Thank you, Sam.
Hi. Please have a seat. All right. Welcome, welcome. It's so nice to see all of you in Cebu. Okay, so we gathered this panel today to talk about your businesses, which are very well established already, very well known businesses, destinations, things to do. But I'm sure that they were not without their challenges as well. So we're going to draw inspiration from what took you this far. I guess we can start from the beginning, which is like, how did you decide to get into the business that you are in right now? I know that there are some powerful stories here. So, Miss Rachel, would you like to start?
Right, okay. Our business, so we are in the accommodation business. So it's called Zamba Wood Resort in Zambales. Actually, this business started with a purpose. My son, Julian, has autism. He's now 30 years old. So when we put up this business, he was only 18. So we were looking for ways to help him. We started with the farm, and then we progressed to building a resort. And so now it's working hand in hand. The produce we have in the farm, we serve to our guests. It's all organic. So I think people go, the reason why people go to us in Zambales is one, our location is very unique. We're by the beach and yet we have pine forest. It's really very quiet. It's, if you want tranquility, serenity, this is where people go because it's where they find themselves. We always say, disconnect from the city and reconnect from within. So they come to us. Number two is we give fantastic service. I think more than anything, people go to a location because of the service, of the way we make them feel. And we are very known for giving personalized service. And number three is also because we are a social enterprise. You know, when you do something good and they know about it, they actually endeavor to look for you and they come. And it's a plus point that we are actually a beautiful resort and we give good service. So it's the reason why we are doing this is to give fun and purpose, which is our tagline, to people with disability, inspired by my son, Julian.
Wow, wow. What an amazing backstory, and how you speak about it too, obviously. Like your passion is so palpable. Damang-dama po natin, di ba? Oo, the passion behind this place, Zamba Wood. Miss Violet, hi. What about you? I never heard of a paragliding association. Parang, paano nangyari to?
Ayan. So, hello everyone. My name is Violet and I'm a depressed and anxious person. So, I've been suffering from depression and anxiety since I was in high school. And for some reason, it has led me to so many suicide attempts. I know a lot of you guys, especially the young ones, understand what I'm going through and I'm still going through. What happened was, let me just tell you a quick story. I was diagnosed bipolar disorder in 2013. I lost everything from my job, my husband, my work, my home in the Middle East, everything. And I had to come back to the Philippines. And one of these days, I was standing on top of our balcony in Manila and I wanted to jump off because I really wanted to end my life again. So marami ng attempts. But this time it was different because after being diagnosed, there's a little ray of hope, but at the same time, so much frustration because parang hindi siya natatapos. It's never ending. And then during that time, I was looking down at the building and I was about to jump off when I heard a whisper, and I believe it's God who actually whispered paragliding. Because years back, before this even happened, I tried paragliding in Switzerland, and for the first time in my life, I experienced that kind of quietness. Actually, it was the first time that my brain shut down, shut off all the noises. And for a bipolar person who feels so noisy inside, di ba, ang ingay-ingay ng utak, that was the first time that I heard the sound of the snow, the sound of bird. And dun ko na-realize na, uy, pwede pala, our brains could actually be quiet, and it's achievable. So when that happened, I searched paragliding in the Philippines, and that led me to learn how to fly. And the irony is that whenever I try to fly, kasi ang dami nagsasabi, uy, dangerous yan kasi suicidal ka, baka magpakamatay ka. But no, really, because when you try paragliding, the feeling is that you jump off, you run, so it's like committing yourself to the wild, to nature, but you're not dying because you're flying. And then when you fly, you experience this sort of serenity, peace, understanding, and an experience of God. And then when you land, you're so excited that you did it, that you want to try it again. So it's like extending your life more and more. So this experience led me to saying na, ay, ang pangit pag ako lang. Dapat other people could also experience it, especially people who are suffering from depression and anxiety. So I helped build the very first organized and systematized paragliding company in the Philippines. And what we're doing now is 100% of the income goes to training tribal pilots, mga indigenous people po from Nueva Vizcaya. So I brought some of our pilots here with me as well
Where
to
are
serve as
they?
inspiration. Say hi.
Please stand. Yes.
Ayan, they are all girls. Ayan, maliliit po sila, but they have flown so high. So we continue on to inspire the tribal people na we can, from your deepest pain is your greatest gain. Yun po.
I mean, this is a tourism summit, and I think I'm just amazed at the depth of the stories that inspire and give birth to these, businesses, because they're so personal. And, jumping off of what you said, Miss Rachel, of like, when you try to do something good, like people recognize it and they want to be part of that. And just how you're also able to talk about it so openly, it's obvious na parang you really had time to like process all that. And now you can just freely talk about it in front of people. Amazing, amazing. I'm getting goosebumps, oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Hi, okay. Attorney, yes. Let's talk about. Go ahead.
Mayong hapon sa inyo tanan. I feel very lucky, surrounded by 4 not only beautiful but empowered women. And very inspiring afternoon. I'm a CPA, I'm a lawyer, but more than I have been a media practitioner. But of all the different hats that I wear, I'm proud I am an entrepreneur. To inspire a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs, my wife and I started their business. My wife is here.
Where is she?
Can you stand?
Hi. She's so beautiful. Hello.
She's my boss. So my wife and I started our business to inspire the others in our garage. So we always tell our story from the garage to the malls. Now, so we started in our own garage. This is our shirt business. Now, we call it Fiesta Favorite Souvenirs. And it's a family business because everyone who works on it are members of the family. And when our production were quite big enough not to be contained in our garage, we use our other garage. And when we expanded further, we used the neighbor's garage. Until it became quite, hindi
It's
na
a
magandang
village
tingnan
talaga.
sa subdivision dahil parang ilang bahay na yung ni-rent namin. So hindi na garage bahay na rin. But eventually, that is how we grew the business. And we're saying that it is inspiring because you can start from the garage and you'd end up in malls. As we speak, we're now situated in different malls in Metro Manila, Iloilo, and mostly in Boracay. And so we localize and we have go beyond souvenir shirts to souvenir products, and now we're integrating our ethnic, organic material from the indigenous communities as part of our overall concept of offering the best of the Philippines. Thank you.
Wow. Yes, palakpakan po natin. Yes, Attorney Jobert. You know, I was listening to Sir Noel kanina, who had the chocolate business, and now you. I feel like a common thread is you love your wives so much. I mean,
You just have to learn how to listen and to follow.
it's just nice, you know, that they have that thing, that love for the wife. It's adorable. Thank you so much, sir. Again, you know, starting small, persevering, and now just representing the Philippines, you know, to anyone who will visit the country. That's absolutely wonderful. Of course, we also have Miss Sonia of Sonia's Garden. She's the Sonia in Sonia's Garden. I mean, hello. Right? How did you get started, Miss Sonia? Because kami, when we go to Sonia's Garden, parang feeling namin, this is how it's always been. Like, this ginormous thing has just always been there. But you also obviously started somewhere.
Well, when I started Sonia's Garden, there was no business plan. I just wanted to do what I do best. Anyway, unlike most of you who are skilled, and I am not endowed with the skills and the talents that you have. I simply am a passionate gardener, immensely passionate gardener. So I did this planting all over the place, my area. And then I grew plant-based food. And then people would come, first my friends, and I call them crime, because crime does not pay. They do not pay at all. So, and then eventually they told me I better start charging, which I did, but I said, this is not a business. It runs counter to what they're teaching us. This is something which I love to do, but if I don't get paid, I won't mind. I won't fret, I won't complain, because I enjoy what I do. And I teach them the kind of lifestyle that I've been dreaming of. And if I don't make any money, it's fine, because I'm happy with what I do. But now, I get paid for enjoying. So, and I heard the people living around the community. That's why I don't have security guards with guns. I call that social fencing. They are from that area. I collab with the neighbors, and they just walk home. They get free meals. So GNH index is quite high, at par with Bhutan, gross national happiness.
They're the top in the world, right? They're number one in the world, Bhutan.
Yes, Bhutan
Yes.
has also a high GNH index. So they're quite happy with, even if I beat them up, they wouldn't want to leave. So now we're helping the community, scholarships and all that.
Yes, I heard that. I mean, really, one of the things that you made sure during the pandemic was not have any of your employees lose their jobs. You kind of placed them around doing different things.
I did not retrench anyone.
Right.
I cannot see them, suffer without food on the table. So they pivoted. Instead of the therapist, instead of massaging the body, they tilled the soil. They massaged the soil,
land.
the earth.
Ay, ang ganda.
And we did plantitas. We had deliveries in Metro Manila, like bottled products, which you don't have to go to the market. All you do is open the bottle, pour it over rice or pasta,
Right.
and veggies.
So I think pivot is, a word that we heard a lot during the pandemic. How are the businesses going to pivot? How did you all pivot? Because, Miss Sonia did that. Was it easy for you to pivot during the pandemic? What did you do?
Okay, so I'm from Zambales, and Zambales was completely closed during the pandemic. Nevertheless, because of the farm, we were able to have a pass to go to Manila. So we brought sunflowers. By the way, our farm, we are agritourism. So we had our hope. So we planted sunflowers, but we did not open. My God, so what are we gonna do with the sunflowers, right? So cut lahat ng sunflowers, we brought it to Manila, and we delivered it to homes, and we really brought a lot of happiness and smiles to so many homes while they were in the lockdown. So that was a blessing.
For free? You did this for
No,
free?
no, we sold.
Okay, you sold it. Okay.
Yeah, we sold.
It's a business, people, okay? Okay.
And during the pandemic, we kept our staff. So we used them to plant, and we maintained the house. So as much as possible, we did not want, like everybody else here, we did not want them to lose their jobs because they have families. So that's how we tried to maintain them, is to keep upkeep for the garden, for the farm. And then we helped a lot of people also from the mountain province. We helped them distribute their vegetables in the city. And we did so many things just to survive. I mean, I think everybody can relate to that. At that point, we just wanted to survive. But the lesson of the pandemic is it's just like everything. There are challenges in life, and we are not going to give up. Giving up is not an option. And we just opened, again, business like in January. So we're still recovering. But because, as everybody is saying, tourism is back, we have no doubt that people will come to Zambales again.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Amazing bouncing back story there. Miss Violet.
Yeah. Actually, I feel guilty every time they ask me about yun, how did you recover during the pandemic? Because to be honest, we were the happiest during pandemic. Do you know why? Guys, kasi ang paragliding, it's pakpak na napakalaki, siguro half this stage. So it's naturally social distancing. Nung sarado na lahat ng establishments, everything was closed. Good, I'm just thankful to our LGU and our governor who actually passed away yesterday. I just want to say everything that we're doing right now is to thank our governor because of his support sa paragliding in Nueva Vizcaya. And I would like him to know na we are very indebted to him and we're very grateful because if you partner with the government and they have good leadership, they can actually help you. Because during the pandemic, even when everything was closed, pinayagan kami to operate because there was actually one need na hindi ma-meet during the pandemic, and it was mental health. All our frontliners, doctors, nurses, bankers, teachers, sobrang stress nilang lahat. So what we did was we offered paragliding because during that time, yung mga foreign pilots who were visiting in the Philippines and staying in the Philippines, hindi makaalis. Na-stuck sila sa Pilipinas, and because we were the only province who opened paragliding to operate, nagpunta lahat sila doon. So what we did, we invited all the stressed out medical staff, ganyan. And naturally, lahat sila takot. But when they tried paragliding, lahat sila gusto umulit. So the good experience, it all spread. So during the pandemic, we were forced to provide to all those people. Hindi naman forced, we were happily and fourth kasi kami lang yung meron eh. So we opened that. And the nice thing that happened was because the borders were closed, napilitan kami to look not beyond to the foreign partners, foreign people who are helping us, but to our tribal people within the community. Na they can actually, lahat sila dahil walang school, walang mapuntahan, locked sila sa bahay, but in the mountains, they can freely walk eh. So nakita nila yung paragliding, tapos isa-isa sa kanila, uy, parang gusto kong matuto. Because the nice thing about mountain people, they're very courageous. So lahat sila, mga young people, ganyan, out of school, and even in school, and parang we wanna learn how to fly. So that's how it all started na, ang nangyari, itong mga foreign pilots would actually teach the tribal pilots. And when our borders opened again, umuwi na yung mga foreign pilots, naiwan yung mga tribal pilots who are now continuing yung operations, yung process. So yun yung nangyari sa amin during the pandemic.
I don't think you should feel guilty about that. I mean, I'm sure so many people, like you, saved their lives because, I mean, it was a very difficult time for mental health, the pandemic, wasn't it? Yes, attorney.
Yes, in the case of Fiesta, we used the lull during the pandemic when practically it was a zero market. Now, for the first time, wala. All borders are closed, no flights, no trips by land, by sea, by air. So wala kang magagawa. Even the malls are parang intermittent. They open, they close, they open, they close. Now, but we use that period to become better. Now, so we pivoted the business in terms of looking into products of communities, especially women, indigenous communities, the fabric that they produce, and we incorporated them into the product. As for our people, just like Ma'am here, we try to sustain them. So we don't even look at bottom lines anymore. There is no income statement because there is no income at all. So what I tell my staff is, go to the malls, we sell our product at 50 pesos, at 100 pesos, and sell as much. Because whatever you earn, that becomes your source of compensation for the day, just to keep them going and to keep the business alive. But we're lucky enough that DTI invited us to partner with them for Go Local. So in the midst of the pandemic, we were building 3 to 4 Go Local stores in Metro Manila. Again, helping our MSMEs by offering their products. Now, so it was really a question of being able to survive. And we believe we can still thrive because but I'd like to share one area that we are really supporting and my wife is very passionate about are women in the city jail. They are not allowed, the visitors are not allowed, not even their family. So we provide them materials that they make into bags. And we call them, the products, Beauty Behind Bars. And we sell it, and the public would just buy it simply because it has a story. And it is one way to sustain these women, that lost their family and have no source of income at all.
I think what's really remarkable about all your stories is it's not just about personal gain. Like you're all trying to, like the benefits that you get, you're trying to have it overflow to the people around you. And I think that is something that adds to the machinery of your business. Aside from the industries that you're in, what do you think is the biggest asset of the Philippines that maybe people should tap into to grow their businesses? Or maybe it's like a field that they should enter. Something that's unique to the Philippine scene, if you will.
What is beautiful about the Philippines is we have over 7,000 islands. And each island is unique. So all you have to do is not necessarily duplicate, but look into what the island or the region or the city or the province can offer and capitalize on that. That's why in Fiesta we believe that we would like to showcase the best of the Philippines. And it does not have to be the same. It can be different, what the different areas can offer best.
Any other answers to that?
Yeah, I think now is we have to focus on local tourism now. We have to encourage the people to not only go abroad, but it's more important to go visit all different parts of the Philippines. So because of that, we have to make it like local as well, like the tourism. What can they see when they go to Zambales, for example? We have a lot of different sceneries. What are the food? What are the culture? We make it the experiential travel so that they'll say, "Uy, ang ganda pala sa Zambales. Ang ganda ng beach." I know you have beaches here, pero ang ganda ng beach, ang sarap ng food, ang babait ng mga tao. We went to, if you offer them something different, which is just in Zambales, I think that is a great proposition.
I agree. Miss Violet or Miss Sonia, whoever.
Ay, sige ma'am.
I'm listening.
Okay. All right. For me, I think because for us, the core of our operations are our tribal pilots. I'm an IP myself. I come from the tribe of Balango Mountain Province, and I represent as well all the tribes in Nueva Vizcaya. Dati kasi, the past years, yung mga tribo were only in postcards, only during fiestas. But what if we revolutionize all this IP empowerment and make these IPs come out of the mountains and really show what we can do? Like for us, paragliding is a fifth class sport. Ang mahal niya, sobrang mahal. But we are able to train our pilots because it's a community effort na isipin niyo yung mga tribong piloto na naglilipad ng mga foreign guests. Ang sarap-sarap sa puso because these are the people. Nature can be damaged by calamities. Places can be damaged by all these extra let's say factors outside. But the heart of a tribal person you cannot damage. These are the people who will feel so proud of their place, so proud of their product, so proud of the Philippines that kahit anong mangyari, with or without money, with or without crisis, we will still go and we'll become the best ambassadors. Kasi imagine us when we're flying our passengers, we show them our mountains, we tell them about the culture while enjoying nature up in the sky. Ang sarap-sarap ng feeling ng ganon po.
I think the IPs have quite the ambassador in you. No, my goodness. Yes, well said.
Just been converted.
Nagpabook na ako.
Magpa-paraglide na
Nagpabook
lahat.
na for 2.
Yes. Miss Sonia, what do you think is the asset of the Filipino na we can all capitalize on?
Let me tell you something. Somebody told me, Sonia, marami nang gumagaya sa'yo. I said, I'm flattered. What I'll do is I'll have a 3-day master class on how to open your own Filipino bed and breakfast, patterned after the English landscapes of B&B and English cottage garden. So I said, we'll have the 3-day master class and teach everyone how to put up their own business. It is going to be a business of bliss because you'll be enjoying it, we'll be meeting a lot of people. And they can pick my brains. I can reveal all the secrets for them to become successful. Generate more employment. It doesn't have to be grand. That a small place. Because if you have a property that's idle, that's a mortal sin. You have to make it productive to create jobs for everyone, especially the neighbors. I'll give you an example how you can open you open your Filipino bed and breakfast. If a foreigner comes, take out a batya, warm water with calamansi or ginger. Ask your neighbor to collaborate with you. She can do the massaging of the feet, and the guest will be very, very pleased with that. And then she can go back to see to the children. You're giving her employment. And that's a little something. It doesn't have to be so grand. It can be just a quaint Filipino bed and breakfast. And we are naturally equipped with our hospitality. You don't have to train for that. It's natural. It's within us. So you create more jobs. And we have other participants who are now opening their own Filipino bed and breakfast.
Yes. I think the way that you are really opening up everything that you have done to anyone who is interested so that they can draw from that wisdom is something, that is an asset for Filipinos as well. The Filipino generosity, hospitality, as you mentioned, the bayanihan mindset of like bringing everyone up with you. Which is absolutely fantastic. So, not much time left on the clock. I mean, we have so much that we could ask of you, but before we officially wrap, what words of advice do you have for your fellow negociantes or aspiring entrepreneurs who want to do something like you?
I go. Okay. Focus on what you want to do. But when you want to do something, of course, it's very important to make money. But it's also important to have a social relevance. It's very important to help people. Well, sometimes when you help, you focus on the helping, the business will come. So focus, clarity. It's just like driving. When you're driving a car, you know your destination. You don't look to the left, you don't look to the right. Just focus in front of you and know what you are going. And more importantly, it's just like the pandemic, determination. Do not give up. You adapt. Adaptation is the word now. Resiliency. Because whatever challenges, not only business, but in life, we will always survive. But giving up is not an option. So whatever you are thinking, start small if it's small or you're in the middle, but don't give up.
Yeah! Okay, if that doesn't empower you, I don't know what will. Okay, Miss Violet.
Yes, I think I would like to speak to the young people who are going through depression and anxiety at the moment. With your extreme fear, pains, grief, there is actually great potential inside. And if you look beyond yourself and look at your communities, anong kailangan nila? What is a need that I can meet? What is a need that feels so close to my heart? Look for that because when you help others, tama po yung sinabi ni Ma'am Rachel, when you help others, you go beyond yourself, there is hope, you will find new purpose. Because in your deepest pain is your greatest gain.
Wow. Okay, Attorney Jobert, no pressure. I mean,
In addendum to the two and in as a follow-through, I think the magic word now in doing business, especially for the aspiring entrepreneurs, is collaboration. So now we always hear of a certain brand, X, a certain brand. So the only way to grow is that let us grow together. Let us succeed together. So if you happen to be the big brother, be a big brother to the smaller siblings. So there is more joy, there is more meaning in what we are doing if we all benefit together. And the only way to do it is we collaborate. So in our case, we bring in the MSMEs, we bring in the indigenous communities, we bring in the small players. And it is our hope and dream that just like how we started, they will also grow bigger and better. And that is a secret for a more progressive Philippines.
Amen. One word to take away, collaborate. Love it. Miss Sonia.
You have to learn how to roll with the punches. And always living in the present moment, whatever you're doing, you have to be mindful of the beauty that you are surrounded with. You must never think of the past or the future because your mind plays tricks on you. So be here and be grateful. I feel I am content because I've reached the pinnacle of what I've been dreaming of and try to help others also in the same way. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause, please, for our panel. I know we're here to talk about, tourism and entrepreneurship and all that, but this actually felt almost spiritual. And I mean that in a good way. Let's give them a big round of applause, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this conversation. Let's take a group photo, please. So once again, on stage right now, we have the owner of Zamba Wood Resort from Zambales, Ms. Rachel Fernandez Harrison. Miss Violet Lucasi is the founder of United Grassroots and Tribes Paragliding Association from Nueva Vizcaya. Attorney Jobert Peña Florida is the CEO, president, and owner of Fiesta Favorite Souvenirs from Iloilo. And Miss Sonia Garcia, of course, of Sonia's Secret Cottage Restaurant Incorporated from Cavite. I'm going to join one picture too. Thank you. Thank you so much for your invaluable wisdom. Thank you. And all